You dismissed Rahul Gandhi's words on the floor of the House through a press conference outside that it is buffoonery and smear campaign. Why are you calling it buffoonery?
No, first of all, I'm glad that you are choosing the word correctly. I did not call him a buffoon. I said his performance indicated elements of buffoonery. Yesterday's performance in Parliament of Mr. Gandhi raises two fundamental questions. Mr. Gandhi should realize, even though he is labeled as a young leader, that the essence of freedom of speech, the essence of democracy, which is anchored in Parliament, in representing the people, lies in participation. If you want to raise an issue, you must do your research and raise the issue and let the other side respond. Now, what he does is he practices something called politics by innuendo. Earlier, I used to say he shoots and scoots. He says something and then he runs away. Yesterday's performance in Parliament was precisely that. What he did was, he was speaking in jiu-jitsu or martial arts language, and he was bending forward to see what a grip in one of these martial arts is. Then he said, because of factors which happened 10, 15 years ago, the Indian state system has surrendered to the Americans on the trade deal. And then he went on to make bizarre allegations that we've lost out on data, we've lost out on farmers, or everybody's lost out, etc. In there was a passing reference. Since I got an opportunity, and I thank him wholeheartedly for mentioning me that I had perhaps some association with that person, I want to remind you that on 26th of November, which was Samvidhan Divas, the man walked up to me in the central hall of the old Parliament building and winked. Not once, twice. I didn't quite realize what he was doing. Then I said, yes, name is in interesting places. Your name is in interesting places. I said, you mean that? I said, would you like me to send you a note? He said, yes. So I sent him a note explaining precisely that. Now those facts were known. I brought that out in the press conference. But what has happened as a result is, he is greatly diminished now. Because if I were to turn around and say, there is something in the fight, there is something very basic. There is something called criminal wrongdoing. There are files which the FBI has on the victims of those crimes who are now seeking justice. And then there are 3 million other emails. Now in 3 million emails, there are 2 emails which refer to me or were exchanges with me. By the way, I went to the US. I went to New York as ambassador in May of 2009.
That's right.
I was there till 2017. In 8 years, because I was the Secretary General of the Independent Commission, which was a project on the IPI, I met this gentleman 4 times in 8 years.
But what was the need of meeting?
No, hold on. It was part of the ICM work. It's not a question of need. I also met a lot of other people. When I was first secretary in the Indian High Commission in Colombo, I was sent to meet Mr. Prabhakaran, who was a terrorist. What is the need? That's not a question a journalist should ask. If in the course of your work, you meet somebody, and what happened there? I'm giving him a lecture. You want me to read from the email? You want me to read from the email? I'm saying I met Reid Hoffman in Los Angeles. And I told him that India provides a great opportunity to invest in. Now, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, after I had given him that note, if he had just read this, he would not have made a fool of himself. And you are asking what was the need to meet him? I told you I was as part of a project. And you know who the other people who met him were? A former Prime Minister of Australia, the other people who are there. And in that note which I sent him, I told him these are the people. So 1 minute, this story is not about Epstein. This story is about the lack of maturity and the fact that the leader of the opposition, who believes in politics by innuendo and follows a spit and fly thing, hasn't grown up.